Here we are right back again. This is 5 Minutes With. I'm your host, Jamar Suber. And as you know, I talk to entrepreneurs every day who push us to go higher. And today, man, I'm with no other than Yara Banks of BNX Business Advisors. Welcome to the show, Yara.
Thank you, Jamar. Good morning.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I want to dive right into it.
Sure.
HR, I want to cover it all.
Okay.
But first, why do you do what you do? Talk to us about that.
There's a couple reasons why I do what I do. Number one is because I'm an entrepreneur, right? I'm doing my own thing. And I have a bunch of kids, a gaggle of them, right? And I want them to be able to say, Mom built something out of nothing. And if she can do it, I can do it.
Absolutely.
So that's number one. But also, not more importantly, but equally, we've all been in a place where we work for the best employer and the worst employer. I want people who still have to go into the workplace to feel like they're working for the best employer. So I'm going to work with those employers to get them to that level, give them their time back, let them work on revenue generating activities, and create an environment where people want to come to work.
Absolutely. Now listen, I know you work with banks and credit unions and large businesses, but you also work with the small business owner.
Absolutely.
So with the small business owner who may be thinking, okay, now it's time for me to pick up some employees, before they call your company, what should they be thinking about?
What is their mission? What is their vision? What are the core values? That's foundation for everything that you're going to do moving forward. You already know what your business plan is, what your growth looks like, but you got to go back to those foundational items, because that sets the expectation for everything you do going forward. That's how you set your policies, your procedures, your standard operating day-to-day stuff. Everything comes off that mission, that vision, your values. You should definitely know that before you start off. Then, what do you want to do? What are your organizational goals? So how many people are you going to need to do what, to fulfill what goal, what kind of people? Those sort of things need to be kind of hashed out before you come to us. And if you don't, then that's okay. We can work through that as well.
Okay, good. So if I have no clue, all I know is I have all these accounts and I can't do it by myself. So is that enough information before I call you?
If you have your core values and missions together and your mission statement and where you want to go, yes, come to me. We'll talk. We'll talk it through. We'll strategize.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So right from the very beginning, let's say, for instance, if I own a services-based business, janitorial, lawn services, and I'm getting overwhelmed and I need to hire employees, what are some of the initial steps you'll take me through when I engage with BNX?
Well, first of all, we need to know what's your goal? What are you trying to get to? Are you trying to just cover these accounts that you have that you're overwhelmed with? Or are you trying to plan out for bigger and more accounts? So that's number one. Then we need to know what type of employees do you need, meaning what you think their title should be. Then we'll build out job descriptions. And from those job descriptions, then we can make the postings to start recruiting people. But again, all of that starts with your mission, values, and your vision, because that's the expectation that you're putting out in the atmosphere that these people are coming to work with.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say that's going to be fundamental. So once we do that and know what people you're looking for, so then while we're recruiting, we can start building on that your employee handbook, which again goes back to your mission, visions, goals. We're going to start writing your policies and procedures down. So when you get these people, you're not wasting your time. You're not staying up late trying to figure out what do I do? How do I manage them? What should we do in this situation? We're going to have it laid out for you.
So as an entrepreneur, I don't have to go to Google and YouTube University to figure this thing out. I just come to you and you handle it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll take care of it. Done for you.
But is it affordable? It seems so out of reach to have employees. Is it affordable?
I believe it is affordable. So it's not just about dollars we're talking about. When you talk about, value, right? I'm going to get time back that I'm not spent managing these employees and pulling my hair out trying to figure out what's going on. I'm going to get peace of mind. It's just relaxation, because I'm going to know that whatever's going to come up, either I'm going to call Yara and she's going to handle it, or it's already in my policies. Okay. So that's really what it's about. But as far as dollars are concerned, I think it is very affordable. I think most of people who are service-based businesses do charge according to your size. I would not charge a small business owner who's just starting out hiring people the same as I would charge a Fortune 500 company. So it really depends on what are your needs. And sometimes the what you need can be rolled out in phases. So you prioritize the phases, and then maybe we charge on the basis of phase 1, then phase 2, then phase 3. Great. So it's not all at one time. And then we do have affordable payment plans and things like that. But the most important thing is to get it done is compliance. You really don't have a choice. Yeah. I mean, you could do it the wrong way until you get caught, and then there's your business. You may not have it anymore.
You're right.
So
So as we go to wrap up,
Sure.
leave our entrepreneurs with one thing they need to think about today to better the things that they're doing now.
Wow, that's a tough call there, Jamar. So, one thing I can leave them with is do something today that your future self will thank you for.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Well,
I
thank you.
appreciate this time that we've had together. If
Absolutely.
you want to learn more about Yara and BNX Business Advisors, please log on to dailynewsnetwork.com. I'm your host, Jamar Suber, and you've just watched 5 Minutes With.